Hi, you guys. I need you to make sure that before you start this video that you have the note card that I gave you so you can write a few examples down. And then once you bring me the note card that shows that you've taken these notes, I will put in the password for this Exponents number 4 assignment in Alex. Okay, so for the first one, what I want you to notice is that inside our parenthesis, we have a quotient. And that means we have two things being divided by each other, right? We have a w to the third, okay? And it is being divided by a product of -2 times by u to the fourth. And then we also have this quotient raised to a power. Okay, so when we're doing this, it's super, super important that the very first thing that you do is you take the power and you have to distribute it to all of the exponents that are within the parenthesis. So the w to the third is going to become w to the 15th. Okay, now on the bottom, we just talked about how this is a -2 u to the fourth. And so that exponent 5, that power, has to be distributed to the -2. So that's going to be -2 to the 5th. And then it also needs to be distributed to the 4. So that will be u to the 20th. Okay. Now on the next part of this, you are going to write this without parentheses. And so on the top, there's nothing to simplify because we don't know what the value of w is. On the bottom, we can simplify the -2 to the 5th, and that gives us a -32 u to the 20th. Okay, now there are a few different ways that you can write this. You can write this with the negative out front, because if you have a positive divided by a negative, that's going to give you a negative answer. So you can write the negative just right out front, and then you can put the w to the 15th over 32 u to the 20th, okay? You could also write this so that the negative is with the top. Right, and this was a 15. So that the negative is with the top. And all three of these would be equivalent expressions. Okay, let's go ahead and try another one. Okay, so on the next one, inside our parenthesis, we have a quotient. We have a -6 times by w, and then that is divided by v to the third. So remember that the exponent for this -6 is a 1, and the exponent for the w is a 1. Even though the exponent isn't written there, you need to know that those do have exponents of 1. So first thing we do is we are going to take this power and we are going to distribute it to all of the factors that are a part of this quotient. Okay, so the -6, that is going to get raised to the second. Notice how I put that in parentheses, because that is -6 times by -6 twice. So that is going to give you a positive 36. And then we also have a w to the 2. And then our v to the third raised to the second is going to be v to the 6th. So we end up with 36, w to the 2, and v to the 6th. There's nothing else that we can simplify on that one, so that is our final answer. And then let's look at one more. Okay, so in this case, we have a b to the second divided by a product of -5 times by a to the fourth. And you need to remember that the exponent for that -5 is a 1. So this power is going to get distributed to all of the exponents. So b to the second raised to the third is b to the 6th. The -5 to the first raised to the third is going to be -5 to the 1 times 3, which is 3. And then a to the fourth raised to the third is a to the 12th. Okay, now from there we can simplify we can only simplify the negative 5 to the third. So negative 5 times negative 5 times negative 5 is negative 125 a to the 12th on the bottom, and then we have b to the 6th on the top, and then this is as simplified as we can get. And then remember that you could also write this answer as negative b to the 6th over 125 a to the 12th, because if you have a positive divided by a negative, then that is going to give you a negative answer. Okay, so now with that said, I want you to bring back the card that you just took notes on. I want to see that you have examples written down for each of these, and then I am going to put in the password for your Exponents number 4 Alex assignment. So bring me back your card along with your Chromebook and go to the Exponents number 4 in Alex. Okay, and that's Exponents number 4.